And we have gathered once again. It's good to see you. It is Tuesday, 14th day of June, 2022. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host. Fairly clear skies, a little breezy, 52 degrees. Outside of our studios, phenomenal full moon last night. I got up this morning at my usual time, about 3:30, and stepped outside on my front porch, and I went, wow, it was just gorgeous. Hope you had a chance to see it. I think it's going to be around for a couple more days. Anyway, another cool day today, another breezy day today. If you liked Monday, we're going to do it again. We're going to see more sunshine than we did yesterday. Temperatures will gradually trend upward throughout the course of the week. It'll be a nice day today, fairly nice Wednesday, Thursday. Most of Friday. Friday night, we start transitioning back the other direction, just in time for Father's Day weekend and the last weekend of spring. The summer solstice is on Tuesday of next week, 1 week from today. It's also in the wee small hours of the morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning is when it actually happens. So we're about done with spring, and I say good riddance. Good riddance. Forecast details are on the way. Another busy news day in the newsroom. We will fill you full of the information you need to get your Tuesday going. Sports, the Mariners' bats remain in a slumber. They didn't really have a lot of offense against Boston over the weekend, and that unfortunate trend continued yesterday against Minnesota. Highlights. And the Apple Sox, thank goodness it was a non-league game. They took on the Northwest Star Academy, and the Northwest Star Academy looked like stars. They took care of business against the Apple Sox. Highlights of that as well. Haley Van Lith will be heading to Europe to play 3-on-3 basketball for this country. We'll talk about that. And at the back half of the hour, I had a chance to sit down with Ashley Peterson. Ashley had a busy day yesterday. She sat down and recorded an interview with me, and then she went live with Mike McNaughty on Street Talk and other stuff. The Wenatchee Pride Festival returns after a 2-year hiatus. It'll be at Memorial Park starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Everybody is invited to the big party, Wenatchee Pride, with Ashley Peterson in the back half of the program. Let's begin our tour, courtesy of Localtel's Sky-Fi cameras. We always begin with the tip of the heights, and once again, East Wenatchee gets the brunt of the attention, and I have no problems with that. Look at all the wheat growing like crazy in the orchards up there on Badger Mountain. They're just having it's been a really good season for wheat. This is perfect for them, this kind of cool, wet weather. It's just flowing with green wheat up there. It's just beautiful, gorgeous. And again, the Columbia River is cold and high. All the area streams are cold and high, much higher and much colder than they normally are for this, the middle of June. Camera number 2 takes us off to Cougar Ridge. I don't know why they call it Cougar Ridge. I've never seen a cougar up there, but apparently somebody has. You can see the intersection there of the highway and the Otobashian Bridge, the Stimmill Complex, a good swath of Omi Gardens. Sunny Slope, they continue to climb up that mountain, climb up Birch Mountain. Sunny Slope continues to grow. You can see a little sliver of Monitor and Cashmere off into the distance. Good morning to our friends in East Wenatchee. Camera number 3. Up to Omi Gardens we go, looking at Rocky Reach Dam. Beautiful view there. By the way, yesterday's high and low, 67 and 49. Normally we're at 77 degrees. I did the math this morning. We have done 74 calendar days, have been in the books now since April 1st. So you go back to April 1st and the 74 days since then, counting yesterday, of those 74, 59 of the last 74 days, our afternoon high temperature has been below normal. Unprecedented. In camera number 4. Good morning, Lake Chelan from the top of McNeil Canyon. Looks like Mr. Darby has that zoomed in just a little bit right over the ridge there. You would be in Chelan proper. The lake is still not full. It's almost there, but it's still not full. In fact, they're spilling water down the Chelan Gorge to help control the level there. And of course, stay out of the Chelan Gorge. You go in there and they drop water, and you're done, or you're gone for. Ain't gonna happen. It's quite the elevation drop from Lake Chelan down to the Columbia River. Good morning to the lake. It's good to see you on this Tuesday morning. As I mentioned before, we're gradually going to start climbing up the temperature ladder from the National Weather Service. It looks something like this. 65, maybe a couple of degrees cooler, simply because we started out a little bit cooler today, so it's going to take us a little while longer to warm up. And by the way, it's still going to be breezy. We'll have a northwest wind, consistent 13 to 15 miles an hour. It'll pick up in intensity this afternoon. We can see gusts here in the valley, 35 to 40 miles an hour. There are rogue gusts, and of course, there are places in our viewing area that are susceptible to the wind. It's going to be a very windy Tuesday afternoon. Clear tonight, still windy. It will eventually die down. It'll be decreasing as the evening progresses. Chilly, 46 for the overnight low. Wednesday looks good. Nice day. In fact, Wednesday, Thursday, and most of Friday look quite nice indeed. Lower 70s on Wednesday with just a few passing clouds and very little wind. We warm up a little bit more on Thursday, but we can't rule out a passing shower with a high of 75. Warmest day of the year would be Friday. We haven't gotten above 78. We've only got to 78 a couple of times, period, this year. And here we are in the middle of June. By Friday, we'll get up to 79. Then the first of a series of systems begins to roll in Friday night. You're going to wake up Saturday with a chance of rain. We'll warm up eventually to 78. Father's Day, mostly sunny. Dig out the barbecue, high of about 77. And we'll be about 77 on Monday as well. But continued cool weather for the Wenatchee Valley. It's a pattern we've had since, well, the last 72 days. Give or take a couple. That's your forecast. At 6 minutes after the hour, after 1 minute break, whatever news made the news, we will have for you. The news is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high-energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
.52 degrees, just a few passing clouds. Wind out of the west-northwest to 14 miles an hour. Very windy this afternoon. We'll only see highs in the upper 60s again, but we'll be into the 70s for our afternoon highs as we dig into the upcoming Father's Day weekend with the occasional chance of a passing shower. It's 8 minutes after the hour. The identity of the man who was shot and killed by Wenatchee police back on June 4th has now been made public, as has the names of the officers involved. The North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit says the dead man is 32-year-old Zachary C. Rutherford. He's from Jackson, California. The 4 officers involved in the incident: Corporal Seth Bueller, Officer Jeff Ward, Officer Stephanie Valencia, and Officer Andrew Wilson. Bueller has been an officer for 20 years, the last 14 with the Wenatchee Police. Ward has been with the department for 23 years. Valencia has been in law enforcement for 7 years, the last 5 with Wenatchee PD. And Wilson has been in law enforcement for under 4 years with less than a year with the Wenatchee Police. All 4 remain on paid administrative leave. The investigation is ongoing. Grant County Sheriff's deputies responded to what they first thought was just to be a vehicle collision on Saturday afternoon outside of Moses Lake. Inside, they found a dead body. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said the death is being treated as suspicious. The fully engulfed car was first spotted by an off-duty police officer on South Frontage Road near Road E, about 2 miles east of Moses Lake. Again, this was Saturday afternoon. The officer said he looked inside the vehicle, didn't see anybody, but after Grant County Fire District 5 firefighters extinguished the blaze, a body was found in the front passenger seat. The body is in the custody of the Grant County Coroner's Office and has not yet been identified. A homeless man who was apparently digging beneath the Wenatchee River Bridge in North Wenatchee on Sunday afternoon was killed when the dirt caved in on him. The Wenatchee Police Department responded to a report from another homeless person about 1 o'clock in an area beneath the south side of the northbound portion of the Wenatchee River Bridge. Captain Edgar Reinfeld said the man was apparently digging a hole or a cave when it caved in and crushed him. Authorities have not yet identified the man, but Reinfeld said police had contact with him last Thursday near Walmart. But the man gave the officer a false name and identifying information. That's according to Reinfeld. The man is believed to be in his 30s or 40s. His body has been turned over to the Chelan County coroner. A shed on South Chelan Avenue that was being used as a living space by squatters was destroyed by a fire early on Sunday morning. Kama Killer of Chelan County Fire District 1 said the fire just after 7 a.m. also did minor damage to 2 outbuildings on a neighboring property. Nobody was injured. A video that was taken by Chelan Valley firefighters Local 453 shows the crews responding to the fire. Also responding, Douglas County Fire District number 2.
We're out to the Strucker Farm.
Valley 51706.
River Calm Battalion 22 is route.
Battalion 22 is en route, 706.
Rivercom Battalion 10.
Battalion 10.
Battalion 10's arrived. Prepare for a report.
Battalion 10.
Battalion 10's on scene with Engine 13. This is a small detached building that sits about 100 feet off the roadway on the Charlie side with heavy smoke and fire. Engine 13 will be in the offensive strategy. Again, they have their own water supply. We'll be operating off TAC Blue. Battalion 10 will be assuming Chelan Command. All units level 1.
Battalion 10, copy part of that. Small detached building about 100 feet off the roadway. On the Charlie side, TAC Blue will be assuming Chelan Command. This will be a level 1, pilot 707.
Engine 1, level 1.
Speaking of fires, a brush fire just outside of Monitor burned within 100 feet of where a new home is being built. It happened early yesterday afternoon. The fire sent heavy smoke across Highway 97, Highway 2. We know, we were there. Chelan County Fire District 6 was assisted by Chelan County Fire District 1 in fighting the fire. It was in the 5000 block of Old Monitor Road. The fire was first reported about 12:45, and by 1:10, firefighters had the blaze under control. And the Chelan County PUD is advising people to use extreme caution anywhere near the Chelan River. Spring spills are now underway to control the level of Lake Chelan. The PUD said people should stay on the trails in the upper reaches of the river and abide by the no trespassing signs, especially in the Chelan Gorge. The gorge is narrow, it's rocky, there's limited cell service, and people who need to be rescued, oftentimes it's difficult, if not impossible. River levels can change quickly on that river. That creates fast currents and potential entrapment. The PUD said the spills will likely continue into the month of July. That's what's making news at 13 minutes after the hour. Another busy day is in the books yesterday, and it'll be another busy one today. Thank goodness we got pros in the newsroom who put together the news, disseminate the news, and at 5, 6, and 10, we deliver the news with Grant Olson. Also available on our Facebook page and on our website at ncwlife.com, and with a preview of the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, a Chelan Junior took home the grand prize in the annual Washington Apple Education Foundation Art Contest. We'll tell you more about that. Windy, cool weather will continue today with possible rain showers by the end of the week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom will have the latest on the Mariners as they kicked off a homestand against the Minnesota Twins last night. And he'll let us know what's happening with the Apple Sox. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. And if you have a news tip, and we've gotten some pretty important stories, some significant stories by getting tips from you, our viewers, chime in. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com. You can go to our Facebook page and drop us a note via the Messenger app, or you can go to our homepage, ncwlife.com, and click on the Contact Us icon. You fill out the form, you push send. We get it here. When we come back, sports, Mariners, Apple Sox, Plus, we'll have the obscure holidays, some celebrity birthdays today in history and opinion. From Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and the Wenatchee Pride Festival returns this Saturday afternoon to Memorial Park right here in downtown Wenatchee. That'll be our interview topic when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel. Beaver Valley Lodge in Leavenworth is located on 50 acres set in a quiet country atmosphere with historic farm feel and charm. It's sure to make your stay one to remember. Beaver Valley Lodge offers a variety of overnight accommodations for groups large and small that range from rooms for 2 to 4 people to entire vacation homes with all the space you'll need for a reunion, a retreat, or a wedding. Book your stay at Beaver Valley Lodge, where you'll come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has hot tubs in stock now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
Just about 17 minutes after the hour, Brian Buxton hit a 2-run home run in the first inning last night. Unfortunately, Byron Buxton plays for the Minnesota Twins. Yeah, they beat the Mariners 3-2. Seattle once again can't seem to score runs for Chris Flexen. Ty France's RBI base hit in the third was the only run the Mariner offense could muster. Flexen pitched pretty good over 5 innings.
Driven to center field. Trammell going back, and Buxton has hit one out. He is now 6 for 6 with 2 doubles and 2 home runs against Chris Flexen.
1 out, runners on the corners. On the ground, smothered and dropped. Urshela can't hold on to it. A run scores. That's Dylan Moore, and the Mariners are on the board. 2-1 Twins.
And this is a break for the Mariners. Urshela, a fine fielding third baseman. I think he was going to throw it over there, turn the double play. Able to get the handle on it. I think it probably would have been a double play. Unfortunately, it gets away from him.
Grounded toward the hole and through for a base hit. Buxton around third. He will score, and Kepler drives in a huge run with a single.
Shot out to center field, blasted well, deep, and this is gone! It's a 1-run game. Second this year for Taylor Trammell.
First pitch fastball. EQC Tracer has it right towards the top, 91 miles an hour. Exit velo of 105, 423 feet. His second home run.
That was blasted.
Yes, it was.
Got him. High heat. And the Twins win a 1-run ball game in Seattle.
Manager Scott Service was happy that Flexen settled down and pitched pretty well after the first inning, but once again, he's pretty disappointed that their offense just can't seem to score.
You know, Flex settled down after the first inning, kind of got into some rhythm there, which was good to see. I know the first inning, really early in ball games here, last 4 or 5 outings, it's been a little bit of a struggle to get him in that rhythm. But you know, after the mistake and the home run to Buxton, I thought he settled in. Got out of the 1 inning, we had first and third, got a big strikeout there, and then got through 5 innings. Offensively, it was a struggle tonight. We hit some balls hard. Again, you're looking for that one big hit to really bust open and put a 3 or 4 spot up there, and we line out to third base with a couple guys on, and that happens. But again, put some pressure on them, but just didn't come up with a big hit tonight. So been disappointing. Offensively here the last couple of days, I think we're better than that. But you got to put runs up. You got to get hits to the run scoring position, and we haven't been able to do that.
Mariners and Twins again tonight, 7:10. Logan Gilbert will pitch for the Mariners. Good seats still available. There was only one other game featuring American League West teams. It was Texas hosting Houston, and the Rangers came up with a 3 spot in the bottom of the 8th inning. They came from behind, beat the Astros 5-3. Houston's lead over the Rangers is now 7.5 games, and the AL West. Seattle remains 10 games back in 4th place. Apple Sox had an ugly first inning, and that was enough to do in the home team last night. Non-league game, thank goodness. The Northwest Star Academy wins 14-5. Wenatchee committed 4 errors in the first frame. The Academy bringing 11 men to the plate. They scored 8 runs. The Sox had high hopes for Chelan graduate Connor Wilson, who made the start, but he lasted just 1 out in the first inning. He gave up 7 runs, but only 4 of those 7 runs were actually earned. The lone highlight for the Apple Sox, the bottom of the 7th inning.
Top of the 8th, we'll take a look at this date in baseball history, brought to you by Chelan PUD Conservation. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Sherrod smokes a ball out toward right center field. This ball is going back, and it is over the fence for a 2-run homer. Brant Sherrod with his first home run of the season for the Apple Sox. It's a 2-run shot to score Miller and himself.
Sherrod finished the game 2 for 5. Washington State's Brandon Pontz, he had a pretty good game. He went 2 for 4. With an RBI. Wenatchee hits the road. They'll be in Bellingham tonight to face the Bells. First time this season, 6:35 first pitch. In fact, it's the first of 6 straight games between the Apple Sox and the Bells. They got 3 in Bellingham and then 3 here in the big city over the weekend, which reminds us to remind you that we will have our very first Apple Sox broadcast of the year this Friday night here on the NCW Live channel. Eric Grandstrom will have the call. The Sox host the Bells, Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. First pitch, 6:35. Just one other West Coast League game last night. Kelowna traveled to Nanaimo, and they won 11-2. Luke Solis added insurance at the top of the 9th inning with a grand slam home run. Jaden Shepard was 2 for 4 with 3 runs for the Falcons. Congratulations to a local Apple Sox player. Wenatchee infielder Joichiro Oyama is the player of the week, the West Coast League's player of the week for the week of June 6th through the 12th. He hit .463. That's the best among all WCL players who have played at least 9 games. Oyama is committed to UC Irvine this fall. He came off an MVP season when he played for Merced. Ridgefield's Ben Hart, he won Pitcher of the Week from the West Coast League. And Haley Van Lith will be reaching for gold once again. This summer, the Kashmir grad will be playing in the FIBA, the FIBA 3-on-3 World Cup for Team USA. It'll be in Antwerp, Belgium. It starts next week. Haley's coming off a sophomore season at Louisville, where she led the Cardinals to the NCAA Women's Final Four. She's already won gold in the 2019 FIBA 3-on-3 Under-18 World Cup, and she won gold in the 5-on-5 Youth Olympic Games and the FIBA Under-17 World Cup in 2018. This year's FIBA 3-on-3 World Cup runs June 21st through the 26th, again in Antwerp. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. On this 14th day of June, time for the obscure holiday. Now it's Flag Day, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. It's also International Bath Day. We need to rethink baths. I haven't taken a bath in a long time. I'm a shower guy. National Strawberry Shortcake Day. National Pop Goes the Weasel Day. But no, today we celebrate National Bourbon Day. Today, nobody knows how bourbon got its name. Some people say since it was first distilled in Bourbon County, Kentucky, way back in the 18th century. It's how it got its name. Other people say from Bourbon Street in New Orleans, which predates bourbon. I don't know. I don't care. I don't drink it. Bourbon can be made anywhere in the U.S., but it has to be made in the U.S. to be called bourbon. 95% of all the bourbon distilled in this country is distilled in the state of Kentucky. It has to be made in the U.S. That's a requirement. That's a legal requirement. Bourbon must be made of a grain mixture that's approximately 51% corn or higher. It must be aged in charred oak barrels that have never been used before. And it can't be stronger than 160 proof or 80% alcohol when it goes in the barrel. When it comes out of the barrel, it's more like 40% alcohol, which is plenty for most people. And if you will like a whiskey sour, a Kentucky Mule, a Gold Rush cocktail, a bourbon old fashioned, or a whiskey highball, you have to make it with bourbon or it ain't the real deal. Not much of a bourbon guy. Happy National Bourbon Day for you bourbon folks out there. 25 minutes after the hour, today in history. Happy birthday to the Army. The Army considers this day its birthday. June 14th, 1775. We haven't even done the Declaration of Independence yet, but we knew we were going to go to war. We got the 13 colonies, and they each have their own militias, but we need a central command, a central army to coordinate all the activities if we're going to fight the British. And so the Continental Army is established by the Continental Congress on this date in 1775. So it is technically the birth of the United States Army. Of course, the local militias and troops were still there, but most of them were organized under the auspices of George Washington as the commander. After, of course, we won the American Revolutionary War, they went back to their farms and their fields and didn't much need the Army anymore. And then the Army reformed when they said, maybe we should have kept them around after all. Happy birthday to the United States Army. Happy birthday to the American flag. It's Flag Day. It was on June 14th, 1777. That would make it 245 years ago today. The Second Continental Congress passes the Flag Act of 1777, adopting the Stars and Stripes officially as the flag of the United States. And that is the flag of the United States on the day that it passed and became law on June 14th, 1777. It was designed by Francis Hopkinson. That was the flag that was used from June 14th, 1777 to May 1st, 1795. It was that flag. And finally, 40 years ago today, certainly one of the dumbest wars in history, certainly of the 20th century, came to an end. The Falkland Islands, a windswept bunch of rocks way down in the South Pacific off the coast of Argentina, full of birds, sheep, bird poop, and sheep poop, and about 3,000 people, a windswept hunk of nothing that had no strategic value to the British people whatsoever, but it was Britain's. Britain says it's ours. Argentina says it's ours. They went to war over the Falkland Islands. People were killed. Things got nasty. It came to an end when Argentina surrendered to the British 40 years ago today in 1982. It was once described, the Falkland Wars was once described by a historian as two bald men fighting over who gets to own a comb. It was stupid then. It's stupid now, 40 years ago. If Britain was smart, they would have given them the Falkland Islands. We don't want this anymore, but you know. 28 minutes after the hour, birthdays. Burl Ives had a funny way of laughing. A little bitty tear let me down. Have a holly jolly Christmas. I met Burl Ives way back in the late 80s. He lived in Anacortes. We were in a restaurant, in a bar restaurant in Anacortes, and I looked over at the booth in the corner, and I said, man, that looks like Burl Ives. And the girl with me said, that's not Burl Ives. I don't think she knew who Burl Ives was, but I was a big fan of folk music. I went over there and said, I'm sorry, are you Burl Ives? And he said, yes, I am. And we had a nice chat. We had a cup of coffee and a piece of cherry pie. Burl Ives, born in the state in 1909, died in Anacortes at his home at the age of 85 in 1995, but the music lives on. We always do presidents. The 45th president of the United States, Donald John Trump, is 76 years old today. The only president to be divorced twice. Of course, Ronald Reagan was the first divorced president. Donald Trump was divorced twice, and of course, he remains the only federal office holder in American history to be impeached twice. Donald Trump is 76 years old today, and the late great Pat Summitt was born 70 years ago today. She died of Alzheimer's, sadly at the age of 64, 6 years ago. 8 national championships with the Tennessee Volunteers, never had a losing season, and never missed the NCAA tournament in her 32 years of coaching the Lady Vols. Pat Summitt, born in the state 70 years ago today, and a class act all the way. 29 minutes after the hour, Mike McNaughty has a certain opinion about a certain food item that he loves, with one exception. And we had a chance to sit down with Ashley Peterson from Wenatchee Pride. The Wenatchee Pride Festival is a big party. It's this weekend, it's this Saturday specifically, at Memorial Park, about a block and a half from our studios. Ashley, we'll give you those details when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI. Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Summertime is almost here, and that means that Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is right around the corner. Come spend your summer nights at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium and root on the Apple Sox. Apple Sox baseball is family-friendly and affordable, with tickets starting as low as $7. Come on out to opening day on June 6th, sponsored by Ag Supply, as the Apple Sox open up a 7-game homestand to begin the summer. Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball, celebrating summer one inning at a time.
The workforce and career programs at Wenatchee Valley College are for you. The programs we offer are high demand, so you can kickstart your career and get connected to industry experts. With dedicated instructors and financial support available, we're behind you every step of the way. Are you ready for something new? Find your next career at Wenatchee Valley College. We have options for learners like you.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home cross country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Bob's Burgers and Brews in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy great food, great service, and a great time. Only the best for our guests. We look forward to serving you. Stop on by today.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.
Hey, this is Mike
Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, pizza, what a great food. Everybody, kids, old people, even liberals love pizza. I mean, succulent dough, rich spicy spaghetti gravy covered with mozzarella cheese. What could be better? But I got news for you. You don't put fruit on pizza. If you put pineapple on your food, call it a fruit cup a la mode, call it pineapple pie, call it any doggone friggin' you want to, but don't call it pizza. I mean, you don't just put tomato soup and American cheese on a piece of white bread and call it a taco, do you? No. So don't be an idiot. If it's got pineapple on it, it ain't pizza. Okay, that's settled. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's not just my opinion, that's a fact.
For more than 56 years, Crown Furniture and Mattress has been serving North Central Washington with the same principles we were founded on, offering the best quality, great value, incredible comfort, honesty, integrity, and of course, made in the USA. Because so much of our inventory is made in America, it has alleviated a lot of the shortages companies are experiencing nationwide. We are overstocked and ready to deliver. So stop by and see us today or visit us online at www.crownfurnitureandmattress.com.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now, or you're going to be mad, bro. You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
Find ageless beauty at Chelan Valley Skincare. Cindy offers the most up-to-date treatments for personalized skincare. If sagging skin or acne scars are some skin challenges for you, Chelan Valley Skincare offers non-invasive, non-surgical skincare. With up-to-date technology for shorter treatment plans, you'll benefit from Cindy's expertise to help you accomplish your skincare goals. Please stop by their website for details on all their services. Call Cindy today for your free consultation.
With all the variety on SureStream TV from Localtel, there's always something to watch. But what if you hit the couch in the middle of all the shows? That's a perfect time to use the features Catch Up or Restart. Catch up on shows from up to 3 days ago, or restart your show from the beginning. Go to your guide and select the show to restart. Then play, pause, rewind on your schedule. Don't forget, SureStream TV from Localtel lets you decide when shows begin.
Sunny days are here, and Collins Fashions is ready for all your events and celebrations this summer. Wedding wear, sundresses, linen wear, tees, tunics, shorts, crops, skirts, and capris. Your favorite brands like Joseph Ribkoff, Frank Lyman, Tribal, Tommy Bahama, Charlie B. Brighton handbags and jewelry, Joe Susan Latico totes and accessories. Gift candles from Capri Blue, Veluspa, and Spoke Candy. Comfy cute sandals from Soft, Bueno, Fly London, Jambu. Service extraordinaire at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Beaver Valley Lodge in Leavenworth is located on 50 acres set in a quiet country atmosphere with historic farm feel and charm. It's sure to make your stay one to remember. Beaver Valley Lodge offers a variety of overnight accommodations for groups large and small that range from rooms for 2 to 4 people to entire vacation homes with all the space you'll need for a reunion, a retreat, or a wedding. Book your stay at Beaver Valley Lodge, where you'll come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has hot tubs in stock now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. This Saturday starting at 11 a.m. The place to be. There's a lot of things going on this weekend, but carve some time out to be at Memorial Park after a 2-year hiatus. The Wenatchee Pride Festival is back, and to talk about that and all the shenanigans going on at Memorial Park on Saturday is Ashley Peterson. Give it up. The studio audience loves you. Listen to him. Listen to him. By the way, Ashley's also doing Mike Magnotti's show. She did Mike Magnotti's show yesterday, so we'll grade the interviews after we're all said and done. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
When you're not here, what do you do?
I'm a bartender up at Old World Pub in Leavenworth, Washington.
So you're pouring the suds and making the cocktails?
Fancy cocktails.
Fancy
Good steaks,
cocktails?
too.
Yeah? You like it?
I love it. I love it.
And now you're with the big organization that is putting on the Pride Festival. On the homepage, it's great. It says, what does it say again? We're
coming back out.
Coming back out, which is hilarious because they didn't have it in 2020. They didn't have it in 2021 because of COVID, but it's back. And from what I've been able to tell, this is huge. This is a big party.
It's a big one. We're really going all out with it.
So how much time and effort has it been to put this thing together? How many volunteers and man hours?
Oh, months. We're looking at near 100 volunteers, which we still have some slots to fill. So if anyone would like to come fill, it'd be great. We've got 8 people on our board, and we've been working pretty much 7 days a week, off and on for 6 months on it.
Is it an organized board? Is it an ad hoc board, the Wenatchee Pride Board, or do you have like meetings and bylaws?
We do. We have bylaws. We have monthly meetings. We've been doing meetings a little more often as of recently because of the festival. We are working on building committees for each board member to kind of oversee, and we're killing it.
What's your be all end all in all of this for Wenatchee Pride? Why do you exist, and what is it that you want to put forward?
Yeah, so we are here to be a support system for the queer community, which there are a lot of people in the North Central Washington that are a part of it, and we're trying to create safe spaces, lots of events 365 days out of the year rather than only in June. So during 2020 and 2021, when we weren't doing the festival, we really put effort into making sure that we're doing like a monthly teen night, monthly events like Queerioke out in Rock Island, which was a blast. And we're looking forward and doing like a queer prom in the fall. We want to do a gala for the volunteers. We want to really start doing more things throughout the entire year to create that comfort zone for the community.
Are you making headway? Or do you feel like you're fighting the winds sometimes, or are you doing good?
For the most part, we're doing really good. There's occasionally we'll reach out and be like, hey, we want to do this. And they're like, no, thanks. And we just keep going. But a lot of it's been people reaching out to us and saying, hey, we want to do something in our business. And we're like, awesome, let's do it. Whatever you want to do, let's go.
That's a champagne problem to have.
I know. We do have a really supportive community.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. And supportive sponsors.
Super supportive sponsors.
Yeah. You want to thank them right now?
Yeah. Columbia Valley Community Health, Confluence Health, GISA Credit Union, Icicle Brewing, Yonder Cider. Both
Molina
of them
Healthcare.
Molina Healthcare.
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed's a huge year-round supporter, which is super awesome. They kind of raise funds for us all year long, and it's perfect.
And the thing we need to mention more than anything else is this is for everybody. Everybody's come.
True.
Everybody come. Everybody eat. Everybody enjoy the entertainment. It's a full, from 11 o'clock all the way until 8 o'clock or so on 7 on Saturday. It's constant entertainment, right?
Constant entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
And some speeches. You're going to get well informed.
We have some keynote speakers, which we're really excited about. Our president, Lincoln, is going to be coming up and give us a little speech. And we have Matthew Pippin as our MC all day, so it should be super entertaining with him. And again, it is for everybody. It's a place for not only the queer people to come out and express how proud they are to be their authentic selves, but for the allies to come and join us in celebrating this.
And something new this year, a beer garden. There's reason enough to go. And that takes a lot of getting together with the Washington State Liquor Control Board and making sure you have all your T's and I's and the fencing and all that stuff. That's a lot of work.
It has taken a lot. Lincoln and John Simons have done a great job getting our beer garden together. And then with Icicle Brewing and Yonder Cider donating beer and cider for us, it's just going to be phenomenal, and we're so excited for it.
How did you get all these acts and all these people to get involved? Pretty simple? Or
it was super simple. So I have booked music for years. I used to book music at the Beer Garden down in Leavenworth for a long time. So I called on friends a lot. I got Bree from Devil's Gulch and the Missionaries and her crew to kind of come in and committee lead for us. So Bree and Jessica have really gone above and beyond to help organize the stage, get the lineup ready. We have Snatchy Records helping out with the sound system, and they're all donating their time.
Everybody's volunteering.
Everybody's volunteering, and it's been phenomenal and very seamless and easy to do.
At what point did you realize, hey, we can do this now? COVID's not over yet, but at least we're through the pandemic. We're going to be able to bring this back after a 2-year hiatus. So how long has this been in the planning stages, knowing you'll be able to have one this year?
Well, we started planning probably around December, January, in hopes, fingers crossed, that we would be able to do it. And I'd say it's probably like February, March when things, like the rules kind of lightened up a whole lot as far as the CDC's guidelines. And we're like, okay, let's charge. And we just took it.
Did you go to any of the other celebrations over the last weekend that were going on, or 2 weekends ago?
We had Chelan Pride,
right.
Which we helped kind of get them off the ground. We're so proud of them. It was so awesome. We had a bunch of our board members up there. I was unable to make it. But we also had our Tipsy Talk at Bushel and Bee this last Wednesday, where Lincoln stood up and talked about being a trans man and how to not be a jerk to a trans person. It was phenomenal.
I hope I hope the message got through.
I think it did. We had a really good response. I mean, it got to standing room only by like about 10 minutes into the talking, so it was really cool.
So so it starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday, and there's food, there's the beer garden. Give me an idea of all the activities that are going on.
Yeah, so we'll have vendors as well. We have a lot of them, which is super exciting, and all of them have some kind of like activity or craft or something to do as you walk around. The youth zone has button making. They're going to have like hair tinsel and hair chalk. They have like a little toddler play zone. Lots of cool stuff there. And then we have the beer garden, of course. The youth zone's going to have yard games for kind of anyone to be able to go play. The stage is just nonstop rotation of entertainment. And we have a couple food trucks. I know we have Dooley Dogs. We have Birch Mountain Barbecue. yeah, it's going to be great.
The as I mentioned, this is for everybody. Just if you're into having a good time, show up. How do people, besides doing this highly rated television program, how are you getting the word out not only about the Pride Fest on Saturday, but your organization in general? How do
So the last couple of years, it's been mostly on social media because not a lot was in person. We've been flyering all over the valley. We've had volunteers out in Chelan that helped us flyer up there. I flyered all over Leavenworth, all over Wenatchee. We're reaching out to, radio stations, getting some advertisement out on there, and then other prides kind of share each other's stuff. And so we've had a few of our stuff shared by like Seattle Pride, and other people have shared our things.
You expected some out-of-towners in coming in?
Possibly. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I mean, we all kind of go to each other's. So,
How many people are in your organization? I mean, dues-paying members. You have your board, you mentioned.
Right.
About 8 or 9
We're
people.
an entirely volunteer-run organization. There is no paid position.
That's great.
All of our funds go immediately into the community.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Again, it's Saturday, starts at 11 a.m., goes till 7 o'clock in the evening. Did we get everything? Did we miss anything? First of all, thank you for the sticker.
You're welcome.
And I kept this from last time you guys were here. I hate to... Did we miss anything, Ashley? Did we get it all?
I don't think so. I think that covered it.
Okay. WenatcheePride.org and it's got everything you need. It's got the schedule, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. Too bad Lincoln couldn't make it. Lincoln's the president of your organization.
Yeah.
But
he'll be there this weekend, though.
Okay, that's good. Anything else we need to know, Ashley, while we have you here?
If you guys want to volunteer, please go ahead, and we still have time to sign up and still have a few positions available.
Are you going to set up, you'd be there wee small hours of the morning on Saturday setting up? Or you do
Some people,
Friday?
most of the volunteer positions are from in the time zone, and we don't have it set to where one person works all day. We have shifts so that you can enjoy the festival.
Yeah, logistically and organization-wise, it's probably a big challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, I like logistics, though. So I'm having a good time with it.
I will drop by and say hi on Saturday.
Awesome.
Love to see you.
Yeah.
Ashley Peterson, when she's not helping organize the Pride Fest, she's pouring beer in Leavenworth. So you're already one of my favorite persons.
Good.
And sorry about having to do Mike's show.
That's all right. I'm really excited.
That's your cross to bear. You're watching Wake Up on Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects parks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
Things have changed in the motorsports industry. Short supply and high demand have emptied showrooms. But what hasn't changed are the experts at Doghouse Motorsports. They are here to help you reserve the machine of your choice. Stop by and check out the latest 2022 Husqvarna motorcycles, UBCO, and Intense electric vehicles, and other new additions to the Doghouse Motorsports family of high-quality products.
Over the last year and a half, the industry's absolutely changed, but the Doghouse is still your best option for all your power sports needs.
The workforce and career programs at Wenatchee Valley College are for you. The programs we offer are high demand, so you can kickstart your career and get connected to industry experts. With dedicated instructors and financial support available, we're behind you every step of the way. Are you ready for something new? Find your next career at Wenatchee Valley College. We have options for learners like you.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary Seller's Assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
And we are back on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Happy Flag Day. Let's take a look at temperatures around the region right now outside of our studios. It's 54 degrees, but it is very windy. Wind out of the west-northwest at 22 miles an hour. We're going to see gusts near 40 this afternoon. Elsewhere, let's see, Moses Lake's at 54 degrees. Not real windy out there. Pretty calm up in Omak. You're at 54 degrees. Downtown Dryden, 56 degrees. Suburban Dryden, also 56 degrees. We have a little extra time, and people really seem to like it when we take our tour around north central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley with our PTZ cameras. So we're going to do it one more time because we have time to do it. Let's see what we're looking like out here on this June 14th. And up to Billy Goat we go in Omak right now. It is 54 degrees. It's reported as misty. You don't see that too often in the weather, and it looks, well, kind of misty to me. It looks like they don't have nearly the kind of sunshine that we're getting down here. That is Pateros at the bottom of your screen, and the Methow River flowing into the mighty Columbia. You can see Brewster a little bit up. You would be able to see Brewster, except there's a great big hill in the way, and you can't see Canada. And it looks like it is raining lightly in the Pateros, Brewster, Bridgeport area from our camera high atop, and I mean high atop Billy Goat Mountain. Camera number 2. Let's take a look at what's going on in Leavenworth. Good morning, Leavenworth. I understand they're having a big festival coming up one of these days. Don't forget, they're hiring a new city administrator up there in Leavenworth. He'll be handling the day-to-day activities of the Bavarian Village. You had a chance to meet one of the 2 finalists yesterday at City Hall. The other finalists, you can meet and greet with the public Thursday evening, and then they make the decision on that in the not-too-distant future. Good morning to Leavenworth. It is good to see you. Camera number 3. Lake Wenatchee checks in. Maybe between this camera and Billy Goat, probably my favorite, but I just love the Lake Wenatchee area. Pretty much all the snow now is off Dirty Face. Remember, we used this camera late last week, and on the north face of Dirty Face, there was still some snow on it. That's all but gone now. And Dirty Face is a really spectacular hike. It is a hike. You can drive up there a little bit, then that's the end of it, and the rest of the way you are walking on a series of switchbacks all the way up to the top of Dirty Face. But once you get to the top and you get your heart rate down, the view is absolutely stunning from on top of Dirty Face Mountain as we look out over Lake Wenatchee, and you can see the Caler Glen Golf Course at the bottom of the middle of your screen. And off to the very far right is a little bitty sliver of Fish Lake, which is a great lake to fish because it's full of them. And camera number 4. Back to the Wenatchee Valley we go from the tip of Wenatchee Heights. I used to call that the cross camera, but it's really not next to the cross anymore. It's quite a ways from the cross, a few hundred feet. It used to be right next to the cross, but about 6 months ago they moved it to that new location for reasons unknown. I don't know. I don't work for Sky-Fi, but those are the guys who do work for Sky-Fi work really, really hard. Good morning to East Wenatchee, and the Columbia River looks a little dirty, and there's a reason for that. Of course, the rivers and the streams that feed into the Columbia are running high. We drove out to Kashmir, and we saw how high the Wenatchee River was yesterday, and we were down at the Columbia River yesterday, and it is really cooking at a pretty good rate, and it's going to stay that way for quite some time. This is a very late snowpack melt, and of course, we've had a very wet June, and a very wet May, and a very wet April. That water's got to go someplace. Oh, and a bonus camera. Good morning to Aniat from our Waterville camera. That camera's up there a ways. That's about 4,400 feet above sea level. The camera itself at the very tip of the ridge that overlooks Waterville. So good morning to Aniat. It's good to see you. From the National Weather Service, there's our closing credits. Okay, 65 with sunshine today. It is going to be windy. We'll have a sustained wind at about 20 miles an hour out of the west-northwest, and then picking up in intensity stronger than that. And as I mentioned before, we could see winds, gusts anyway, rogue gusts that pop up now and again, up to 35, 38, 40 miles an hour. So everybody's going to be dealing with a little bit of wind, except to the north of us and out to the Columbia Basin. Really not that windy. Clear tonight, 46 for the overnight low. The winds will eventually die down. Very calm and placid stretch of weather as we gradually warm up to 72 to 75 to 79. Keep in mind our normal high this time of the year is about 78. And then we'll be a slightly cooler, but not too bad for Father's Day weekend. And that is it for us officially. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.